Have in store. Of course, we've got Dubai Honour trying to go back to back, and it's so hard to do. Only the immortals like Tie the Knot and Octagonal have done it, and they're both in the Hall of Fame. We've got Aliana, who was brilliant last week, trying to back up in 1 week and win it after her Ran Vet win. Piggyback, wow, can Ma win a second Group 1 of the day? William Haggis, well, have a look how good he is here in Sydney. He is the conqueror. Dave, of course, won the 2 Queen Elizabeths with Tommy Marquand, and he's Raiders. He knows the right horses to bring out, and he just loves bringing them out to Sydney, just bringing home our Australian prize money. That's amazing, $15 million, and Dubai Honour trying to win his 4th Group 1 here, while trying to be well, he already is the best, but he's just trying to be the most successful Group 1 winning trained horse from overseas. As the Raider, as we look at Waller's Army, he's got the 6 runners here, and he's got Zaria, of course, Aliana backing up from last week, River of Stars, Valiant King, and Solar Spain's a really interesting horse. I think he can run a super race here. He's been building up for a big win, and of course his headline star is Aliana on the quick backup. And taking on these 6 horses is Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott, with Vauban as well as William Haggis and Dubai Honour. But you were down there.
The Tancred. Let's take you into the yard and take a look at the key runners, including Dubai Honour. He is first up. This is his 3rd time to Australia. This has been his main goal. What do you think about him only coming out of quarantine on Tuesday and the delays, I guess, they've had with transport?
Yeah, it obviously hasn't been the perfect lead up for him. From all reports, he has not missed a beat, and he did look really well when I was going down there to see him. He's obviously loves it here in Australia, and as I said, he's looking to become the most successful Northern Hemisphere Raider if he were to take this out. As we look at Vauban, who's handling the mounting yard pretty good.
This is the best I've seen him in a yard, because it's been, I know, a process for Adrian and Gay to get him to adapt to the Australian way of life, but also to not get overawed by the occasion. That is his best parade, I would say, in Australia over the last few years. Soul of Spain. This boy's going to run a race. He's been hitting the line stylishly.
Yes, well, if you like Vauban, then you've got to like Soul of Spain, because he was finishing off so quickly behind Vauban last start in the Sky High at Group 3 level. He's a good horse. He's just got his hoof on the till. It just feels like the timing is right for him. Valiant King, obviously, on a Sydney Cup bound trip, and this is 3rd up. He'll need this run. He'll be doing his best work late. He's a beautiful dappled grey from the Chris Waller yard, and he's drawn a good barrier with Kieran McAvoy, who rode a Group 1 winner last week. Will give him a nice ride.
Zaria, so hasn't won in Australia, hasn't won in a couple of years. For Chris Waller, Sammy Clipperton getting a Group 1 opportunity today, which is good to see. He's also 3rd up into the preparation. And his winning range when he was over in Europe was between the 24 and the 27. So now he's getting to territory where he can be effective, but I would have thought one more Sydney Cup would be his go. Richo's roughie is River of Stars, who was good in the Sky High behind Vauban as well, but another one looking for more ground.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, ran 2nd in the Caulfield Cup narrowly, and 4th in a Melbourne Cup. So she is an out-and-out stayer, and she's been running really well. So I can see why Richo likes it. It would not shock me to see her win this race. Piggyback, Sydney Cup bound. Blinkers on again will sharpen her up. She's 4th up. She ran well last start in the Randwick City behind Kemple Genio. And I think those blinkers on shows good intent, and hopefully a nice performance for her. But this is a race. As we look at Aliana, who just looks marvellous. We saw last week, she got on her toes, she was hot and bothered. She still was able to win. So I think having that run under her belt and the quick backup, I think is perfect. Last time we saw her over this trip, she bolted in a derby against the boys.
You've put that so beautifully. She's looking for her 3rd career Group 1 for Denise Martin and the Star Thoroughbreds team. All right, Ali, what's the market doing? Who's the mover?
Oh, it's Dubai Honour. He's the one that they've come for late here, albeit Aliana has the weight of money. Dubai Honour has firmed from $340 into $290.
Izzy Paul is the 4-person for William Haggis and comes down to Sydney each and every year to give an eagle eye, I guess, over Williams runners. And there she is, gorgeous girl, rides all of Dubai Honour's work. Very good friends with Tom Marquand as well. So she knows the drill here. She knows the process. And
She looks very nervous.
She does.
This is one of her babies that she travels all around the world with and knows so well. And she does an incredible job with him. And I could feel how tense it was around the start. Definitely not from Dubai Honour. He's very relaxed customer, and seeing the money come for him. He's a war horse. How he could do something like this for a third year in a row and still be at his absolute best. He reminds me of the great romantic warrior, and how he's gotten so good with age.
It's interesting that you mentioned that about Izzy. Hearing from her during the week, you know you can't have favourites when you're a trainer or assistant trainer like Izzy is, but it feels like Dubai Honour in a way is almost like a dog, like her pet that she'd like to take everywhere and look after and, you know, have lying on her lap.
It's hard not to have favourites.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you just sometimes tend to different horses and the way that they are, and they're just such beautiful animals, magical animals, and what a race we have in store here.
Vauban, that's impressive. That's as cool, calm and collected as I've seen that guy in, as we mentioned, maybe 3 years.
Yeah, multiple Group 1 winning hurdler overseas, and of course ran in a couple of Melbourne Cups. He's a stayer, and he sprints really well fresh here, so he has paraded nicely, and so too has Aliana, your short price favourite here. I thought last week she got really hot and bothered, and I thought she would have had her work cut out for her, but she was too good last week, and I think the backup hopefully will suit her, but we won't know until the race is over.
Well, it's obviously part of the plan, the backup maybe because of that hotness, but also due to the fact that Autumn Glow now goes to a Queen Elizabeth, and they don't want to clash these two mares anymore. It's not worthwhile for the ownership groups to keep facing each other because one can only ultimately win each race. So to be able to place her to ultimate effect is one of the skills of Chris Waller.
Yeah, exactly right. He knows his horses inside out, doesn't he? And the 2,400 metres, as I said, in the Derby, she just absolutely smashed them. So no worries about the 2,400 metres here, and especially the way she's paraded, just so nice and calm as we see her there. She's getting a little bit on her toes now, but they're just about to start getting loaded up. So it'll come down to tactics here, and Dubai Honour certainly is going to be really hard to beat.
There are still a couple here who are looking towards a Sydney Cup, but I do think Soul of Spain can run in the minor money here. 8 runners in the field. He's a great each-way play. The way he's been flattening out to the line and really chasing that extra distance at the end of his races has been impressive for a horse who's going to be most effective over the 2 miles.
Yes, definitely. And he's only had the one start at Rosehill Gardens, and he ran enormous in the Sky High last start. So this is his second run here at his home track, and he tends to love it. As we saw Izzy Paul, I'm feeling for her. She's awfully nervous.
She does a good job, though, and she knows what this is all about. Quick word there, Lizzie, for the Tancred. Who wins?
I'm with Dubai Honour, but I've got huge respect for Aliana. I think the horse that probably I was surprised how much he improved from his trials was Vauban, and if he's able to lead, he's going to give them something to catch. So I'm with the horses that are well in the market.
Yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that, chatting to Adrian Bott about the map. He just wants to be well enough in front of the mare in Aliana, who is on the backup. So the Tancred, the 2,400 metres here at Rosehill Gardens, one of the oldest Group 1s to be run at this Sydney track back in the 1800s, and we've got a great renewal of it this year. Here's Darren Flindell for the call.
Promises to be a great event again this year. And the gates open. They're racing. Dubai Honour took a bit of a left-hand turn out of the gates and is staying well away from the others. River of Stars has jumped well. Vauban right there. Aliana is poking forward in the middle, and Dubai Honour, Marquand staying many horses off the fence, and he's rolling forward on Dubai Honour. He's going to take him to the front, and Aliana's up there running second in the early part. River of Stars down on the fence, and Vauban in fourth, and now allows Aliana to cross in front of him. Zarir is 3 back the fence in the white cap, followed by Soul of Spain. They're followed then by Valiant King, and Piggy Back is the last one. So last year's winner, Dubai Honour, rolls along in the lead here in the hands of Tom Marquand, and Aliana up running a very close second early, followed then by River of Stars, and Vauban's going to get right under the coattails of the odds-on favourite in fourth, followed by Zarir and the white cap down on the rails, then Soul of Spain from the grey Valiant King, and Piggy Back is the last one. About 7 lengths covers the field at the 1,400 metres, and Dubai Honour, this lover of Sydney, is in front comfortably here from Aliana. Then River of Stars, a length and a half, maybe two now to Vauban. Followed by the rear from Soul of Spain, relaxed on a long reiner. Further back to Valiant King and Piggyback, who's still the last one. No change to the order as they stretch out down the back. And Dibayana looking to go back to back here in the Tancred, out by a length and a half to Aliana. So McDonald certainly keeping tabs here with the overseas champ. Followed by River of Stars and Vauban in fourth position. Then Zarir back on the fence from Soul of Spain, Valiant King and Piggybacks last of all. They roll towards the 750 metres and Dibayana keeps up the gallop. Just being ridden along a little bit by Markman and he's really upping the ante now. It's Dibayana by 2.5 to Aliana. River of Stars is under the pump and Vauban as well as they travel to the turn. And Dibayana extends the lead. He's 3 in front. Now McDonald has to get really busy on the mare Aliana as they straighten up. And Dibayana swings for the 4-length lead. Aliana's got the job. She's 3 lengths away. She's not shirking the task. Dibayana starting to drift a bit under pressure. He's still 2.5 clear from Aliana, and then Vauban going to clear third. It's game on at the 100. Dibayana a length and a half. Aliana is knuckling down. Dibayana, Aliana, lunge, got there. Oh, the Group 1 double in a week. What a mighty performance, the mare. Aliana gunned down Dibayana. They gap Vauban, then River of Stars, Soul of Spain, Piggyback, Valiant King. At last end was the rear. She's all heart.
2 championship weight for age races produced 2 thrilling finishes, and Aliana, this super filly who won a derby, who's become a 4-year-old mare, who's won a Tancred, runs down the old marvel that is Dubai Honor, who just grows a leg in Australia. Vauban runs third, River of Stars runs fourth. Katie, your talented husband wins another one, but what we've seen is weight for age racing at its best.
Unbelievable performance from Aliana and Dubai Honor. I must say, I take my hat off to Tom Marquand. That ride was sensational. It was nearly perfect. I think the only way to beat Dubai Honor is late and trying to beat him late. And look at the old boy rolling around the way he was. He just grows another leg here. But I take my hat off to Aliana. I honestly thought Dubai Honor had it absolutely won. Tom had ridden him just the perfect race. But gee, just Chris Waller Polish and James McDonald did such a great job, and Emma's catching up with Chris.
She's a special one. That fight, that bulldog fight in her at the end is just exquisite.
Yeah, it's hard to beat a haggis horse when they're being set for a race, as Mr. Haggis does. And he shows us what training's all about when he comes down here. So we knew we had to be on top of our game. But full credit to Aliana. She's a proper horse. She puts herself in the race. Never let Dubai Honor get out of our sights, and he through the task at the 600 metre mark, probably a little bit earlier than what we would like, but James just cuddled her, and yeah, fortunately she was just strong to the line and we just got there in time.
She must have pulled up well from last weekend to be able to back her up, something that you haven't done with her before. Tell us about her during the week, and I guess the sign she gave you that, yep, she was ready for the 24 on the 7-day backup.
No, it was just trusting your gut instinct more than anything. Her winning the Derby was a big plus, so she's won over the distance. So you're not having to tick boxes. Yeah, the only box we're having to tick was the 7-day backup. So, look, she's eaten well. It's been well publicised that she wasn't a mature horse in the spring, and she's come back a different horse now.
Is her autumn done?
We'll see how she's had 2 solid runs. So we'll see how the Queen Elizabeth fits in, but she'll be here for another 2 years. So. Yeah, that's a lot of races still to look forward to.
That was amazing to watch. What a fight at the end. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, mate.
Go on, Tommy. Come on, Tom. Go on, Tom. Go on, Tom. Come on, Tom. Come on, Tom. Go on, Tom. Go on, Tom. Go on, Tom! Go on, Tom! Come on, Tom!
So brave. Dubai Honor defended his title with aplomb. Lizzie, what did you think?
Geez, I know everyone is saying that he rode it really well, but you would have liked to see him just wait maybe another 50 or 100 metres. I don't know if it would have been the result in the end or upturned the result, but taking off before the bend, a long sustained run, I don't care how good you are, unless you're Winx, it's very, very hard to do. So all honours. It was definitely going to play into Eliana's hands the way that it was run, and look, he was very, very brave. He's almost an Aussie, this guy, but I tell you what, it's tough to make that long sustained run in any track, especially Rosehill Gardens.
But in a sit and sprint, wasn't she going to defeat him?
Was it
that were the only chance that he had?
Was it going to be a sit and sprint if he waited for another 50 metres?
Yeah, I see your point. I love the fact that he was brave. Here's the winning rider.
What a race, what fight, what heart that mare has shown once more on the back up. When she rounds the corner and she spots Dubai Honor, tell us what that feels like, because she likes to chase.
Yeah, I had to be pretty patient on her because I learned a bit on her the other day, and I wanted to learn from what I felt the other day. And I thought, even though it wasn't ideal letting them get so far in front, I had confidence that the mare would pick up. Once she balances up, and then she'll find. Where last time Nash rode a terrific race and had me a little bit disorganised, and I didn't want that to happen today. So for me to chase him a long way from home was, I thought, detrimental to my chances of winning, and it could have worked out either way, to be fair. But lucky we were on a superior horse, and credit to the runner-up, he gave us one hell of a fright.
Both you and Chris have given great respect to William Haggis and Tom Marquand with Dubai Honor. These colours are iconic, particularly in Sydney. They're special to you and to Chris. We could see, saying hello to Denise. It means a lot for her to get another Group 1 with this mare.
She puts a lot of time and effort and a lot of money into the game, and she brings a whole new bunch of people, as does all the syndicators. But Star Thoroughs, they just do a wonderful job. And we've been lucky to have a great partnership. I respect Denise greatly, and I really appreciate riding for her, but she's got a wonderful mare on her hands, and they're going to have so much fun with her, so it was a special win.
More wins for her yet. Well done.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, what a race that was. What a thrilling race. We've had these two incredible weight for age staying tests, and they've gone right down to the wire. Spot of the Donny up next.